It's not LA's fault that they don't like drinking though, because it's a weed town. They smoke a ton of weed. That's their thing. Yeah, I'm jealous, you know? I wish I could smoke weed, but I can't. I'm awesome at oopsie juices, you know? Like I'm a pro. But then I moved to a weed city, and I'm not good at weed. Like, I've tried, but I can't do it. You know, have you ever smoked weed with someone, and afterwards they're like, all right, what do you want to do now? And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We shouldn't have done that. You want to go to the mall? No way, dude. I'm pretty sure my 5th grade teacher's gonna be at the mall. And she said this would happen. She said I'd be a drug addict. I just can't smoke weed. I can't do it. But I wish I did it, because it's a way better drug than alcohol. It really is. It's way better. It is. Let's do a quick study, all right? Everyone in here, think of the worst thing you've ever done stoned. Ha ha ha! Giggles. It's funny. Did you pet a dog a little too hard? Somebody at a party have to be like, ease up. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, it's just soft. I didn't think of it. That's fun. Now, think of the worst thing you've ever done drunk. Less laughs. You just thought of a crime, didn't you? Yeah. Weed's better. I thought about it. I was like, what's the worst thing I've ever done high? And I was like, oh yeah, I wrote too much material on the movie Pocahontas one time. Yeah, it happened. I got stoned as hell. I put on Pocahontas, and halfway through, I flipped open my notebook, and I'm like, there are some discrepancies in this film. You're not getting away with this, Walter. Then I went to bed. And I woke up in the morning, I was like, well, I got so high last night. Jeez Louise. I was like, I think I wrote a lot on Pocahontas, and I looked at my notebook, and I read it all. I was like, shit! It's really good. But only if you've recently seen Pocahontas. If you don't know who Miko is, this is shit! But I loved it. I was like, this is the best stuff I've ever written. And I tried it anyway. I went on tour. And I would go to city, and I'd be like, anybody seen Pocahontas? Yeah, no, they hadn't. And I tried anyway, it would just bomb. I was bombing with this Pocahontas material. But I believed in it so much that I tried to implement this new idea. I was like, if you buy a ticket to a show I'm on, how about the comedy venue is like, congratulations on your ticket. You also won a link to the film Pocahontas. Might want to watch it before the show. It's pretty important. And no one would do it. Like, we're not paying Disney fees. So I finally gave up on it. I spent a month of my life trying to force Pocahontas material down America's throat. That's the worst thing I've ever done high. It's not that bad, you know what I mean? That's petting a dog a little too hard. It's okay, it's fun. And I was like, what's the worst thing I've ever done drunk? Oh yeah, fought a cop. There's a big difference between musings on a cartoon and saying to a police officer in Iowa City, what the fuck did you just say to me? He won, if anyone's interested, and how that fight turned out. He used a stick. I wasn't ready for a stick. I'll tell you what you don't get to say when a cop pulls a stick out. let me also go get a stick real quick. They use it right away. He won so much. He won so much I had to live at his work for 2 days. He took my clothes. If you're ever unsure if you want to fight or not, think, do they have my clothes? And if they do, you lost that fucking fight. I'll still smoke weed sometimes because I ain't a nerd, right, ma'am? But I don't eat weed. No. Eating weed is for children. I don't fuck with that. Eating weed is like finding a World War I grenade in the woods and throwing it. You have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, is that gonna work? And they're like, we'll find out when Grandma gets here. Also, I hate how they make weed edibles things I already desire. You know what I mean? I don't need an incentive to eat a brownie. I've always wanted a brownie. No one's ever offered me a gummy bear, and I'm like, oh, I'm not into gummy bears. I always want gummy bears. Let's make weed celery if we're gonna do this. You know, like, let's get high and healthy. Moms can get behind it, that's exciting. We're gonna limit mistakes at parties as well. I've never once walked into a party and seen an unmarked bowl of celery and was like, I knew this party was rock and roll. And then had somebody be like, oh, fuck, bro, how much celery did you just eat? Why? Just how much celery did you have? And be honest. I guess I did 2 stalks and an ants on a log. He had ants on a log! I know it's not even noon. Okay, yeah, the new parties, we watch that guy. Whenever I get too high, my immediate reaction is that I want to take a shower. Yeah, it's a thing. Because you think it's gonna make you not high. Even if I'm at a stranger's house, I'm like, do you have a shower that I could jump in real quick? Kind of panicking. But it doesn't make you unhigh. It just turns into a fascinating shower. Where you get way too excited about how when you hold your arm out, you guide water a little bit. Everyone's done it. Everyone here has been in the shower and then been like, whoa. I doubt that corner gets a lot of water. That's fun. I get way too excited when I'm high. You know what I mean? I'm way too excited. I talk to the shower, I'm like, normally you clean me, guess what? I'm cleaning you tonight. All the dry parts of the shower get water. No dry part is safe from Brooks. I bet you felt pretty safe, hair up there. Guess what? You're not. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Why don't you say hey to the drain for me? Tell him Covalent Bonds sent you. My main vice right now is wine. I love it. It's the best. I don't drink it on stage because I don't look like a dick, though. It's a way different vibe if I like walked on stage with like a glass of wine. I was like, who's from a meth town? Michael Barbrino, no way. Like, what was your town? Michelada? What was it? Nikiski? That's not on me for not remembering that the whole time. Nikiski, more like, no thank you, me. You just look like kind of a jerk when you're drinking wine and talking into a microphone. You know, like if you're drinking it right now, that's fine. That's cool. You're not making an announcement. But if you're drinking wine and you make an announcement, that announcement's gonna suck. It is. Anytime anyone's holding a glass of wine and they're like, gather around, they're about to tell you something you don't give a shit about, you know? Like, Tiffany got into Vanderbilt, everybody! Shut up! You invited me to a barbecue. If you're ever at someone's house and they have a glass of wine and they say, gather around, don't. Just be like, time to leave, gotta go. And they're like, but wait. Don't let them brag. They're gonna brag. Leave. And this is the opposite if someone's holding a wine cooler, okay? If someone's rocking a wine cooler and they say, gather around, get over there. They're about to show you a jet ski they just won. That's right, yeah, you get to ride it, yeah, for sure. Anybody thrown up wine in here? You done that? You played this game? It sucks. Because you got to explain it's not blood? Do you know what I mean? You're just like, blah, blah, blah. That's not blood. So I get to stay. Ugh, don't step in it. One more, please. Every time I buy a bottle of wine from the wine shop I go to, I hate it because I have to lie to the guy who runs the wine shop I go to. Because I'm always interested. You know, I want to learn about wine. So I'm like, hey, how's this Pinot Grigio? And he always makes me lie by asking the same fucked up question. He always asks, depends, what are you having it with? I'm like, shit. Don't make me come up with a pretend dinner right now. I didn't come in here to do improv. What am I having it with? Probably the other bottle of wine I'm buying. How's red go with white? Are they fun together? If I got a big old cup and poured them in there, is that gonna go good? What am I having it with? Honestly, probably a Netflix documentary on the opioid epidemic. That's probably what I'm gonna have this with. I'm gonna drink this entire bottle of wine while I lay in my bed and I watch TV on a computer. And I'm gonna judge people. These guys got a problem. Sackler family should go to jail for sure.